Welcome back to the 33-year-old boomer ranting in a medieval town somewhere in Eastern Europe. I want to talk about how the kind of forceful language that websites sometimes use when it comes to you agreeing or not agreeing certain things. And I also want to say, well done to Google in this regard. Now, let's just backtrack for a second. You know when you sometimes a service really wants you to use something like their browser or their software or whatever, and they'll say something like, "Hey, do you want to download this?" And the options are always kind of strange. It's either yes, and then maybe later, or remind me in 30 days or something, right? Like apparently Microsoft, I don't use Windows, so I don't know for sure, but apparently Microsoft has been trying to force people to use OneDrive to the point where your only real option for no is remind me in 30 days or something like that. Isn't that incredible? And I want to say, look, like recently I logged into a Google account of Safari, and in the corner, in the bottom right, it said, "Hey, do you want to download Chrome?" And I was immediately expecting to get some hoops that I had to jump through to say no. But there was an option that said, "Not interested." And I thought, well done. Well done, Google. I like that. Every one of these options, every one of these questions should have a not interested option. Like, if I really want to download Chrome, I know where to find it. I don't need a notification, a built-in notification reminding me that I could use Chrome every once in a while. I know where to find it. And the fact that in that instance, Google respected me enough to just give me the option to say no is fantastic. And I think we should reward companies when they exhibit this good behavior. Because they could have said maybe later or whatever, the implication being that you implicitly consent to have the notification shown to you again, which is not what you want to do. You want to say no thanks. Like, I'm a computer nerd. If I want to install Chrome, I know where to find it. I knew where to find it when my mom needed Chrome. I can just go to Google, just type in Chrome and download, and I'll find it. And this is a problem that's been going on for a long time. A lot of these platforms have very manipulative language like that, where it's like, maybe later or not now, or I'll think about it or something. It's like, no, I won't think about it. Not maybe later, not maybe tomorrow, not remind me in 30 days. If I don't want to use your service, I don't want to use it. And you shouldn't be able to essentially force me to agree to some implicit consent thing where you get to bother me with it later. I don't want to use it, and that's that. And if I say that I want to use it, I can just Google it. Isn't that strange? Isn't that like such annoying? Isn't that so annoying that they think like that? Like, oh, this user, they want to use Chrome, they just don't know it yet. No, I'm fine. I don't want to use Chrome. And I think a lot of people are very, very jaded in this regard, and I get that. And they might say, well, it doesn't matter that Google did the right thing, they do a lot of things poorly. And that may be right. However, incentives matter. And I think that if you want Google or Microsoft or whatever to act in a way that is in your interest as a user, as a customer. Such a cool environment here, by the way. And by the way, once you see this, I'm no longer here. I'm not going to post videos whilst I'm in a location like this. But if you want these companies to act in a way that is in your interest as opposed to entirely in theirs, you should reward good behavior whenever it is exhibited. There's the cat. Psst, psst, psst. Psst, psst, psst. Psst, psst. PC, PC. There's two cats. There's an orange one as well. PC, PC. Psst, psst, psst. There's 3 cats, oh my god. There's a lot of cats. Don't mind me, kitty. Those are some nice kitties. Look, if you want these companies to act in a way that is both in their interest and yours, as opposed to entirely in their interest, you need to reward good behavior when you see it. And I say this because people naturally punish bad behavior when they see it. But that's not enough. Because fundamentally, at the heads of these companies are people who, to some degree, they do care about metrics because their jobs often depend on them. And so if you want them, so whenever they accidentally perhaps act well, you should reward that. You should say, hey, well done Google, well done Microsoft, well done whoever. Because if you don't, if you never say anything when they act correctly, what incentive do they have to continue to act correctly? Maybe I'm just being naive, who knows? Maybe. But I have to think about who made the decision to say no thank you as one of the options? Because the default for all these companies is to have some sort of implied forceful language. So who was it that made the decision to say, do you know what, let's not try and force people into using our browser? Is it because they already have the vast majority of the market share? Is that the reason why? Could they be worried that if they get even more market share, they might get broken up or something? I suppose that could be an explanation. Don't be afraid, kitty. Don't be afraid. PC, PC. Yo, it's no need to be rude. It's fine, I'll leave you to it. Maybe that's it. Maybe they have so much market share that they still kind of have to push their browser, but maybe that's why they chose to use language that is less forceful, let's say, because they're concerned about getting broken up. Who knows? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Pigeons. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.